What is going on, you guys? Steven here from Airsoft Tech, and man, does it feel good to be saying that, because I haven't done a video in forever. I think it's been almost like a week now, and I want to quickly, give, an update and, explanation on why I haven't been doing a lot of videos recently. And also, this video is mostly going to be going over, doing an overview of my custom P90. There's not too many things that I did to it, but that's why I kind of want to add an update to it, because without the update, this would probably be a short video. So on to the update. Let's get that out of the way. So many things have been happening recently, and finally things are starting to slow down again, come to an end. So let me just explain really quickly what's been going on. So I graduated high school, I think it was, 5 days ago or something like that. So I'm done with high school, you guys. I am officially done with high school. Now I'm going to be going on to college. I'm going to college locally, which is really nice, but I'll explain that in a second. So I just graduated from high school. There's been tons of graduation parties that I've been going to. Then I just went to grad night last night. I got home at like 4:30 in the morning. It was crazy. And now also I'm getting my car now. I had to worry about getting a car, and also had to worry about getting college classes and make sure I register for classes and know what I'm doing. And I also had to register for a summer class as well. So many things have been going on lately, and it's just pretty exhausting, because if you guys haven't been, you haven't been like a subscriber for a while, you wouldn't know that I was out of school for like 2.5 months, just sitting around my house doing videos. That was basically the only thing I was doing, because I was in a lot of pain. I had health issues going on, so I was not in school for literally like 2.5 months. So I went back to school not too long ago. I think I went back to school for like 3.5 weeks before I graduated. I finished out the year, graduated, walked the stage. It was really nice, really fun. I'm gonna miss all my friends. But what happened was when I went back to school, I wasn't used to going to school full time. So right when I would get home from school, I would be exhausted, because through prior to that, I would be just laying around my bed, laying in my bed, sitting on my computer, going outside for maybe an hour or two to do a video. That's all I would be doing. So my body wasn't used to it, so I would just be exhausted. So every day when I come home from school, I would literally just eat something and then go to bed and wake up the next morning. I would sleep so much. I'm not even sure if it was healthy at that point, because I was sleeping too much. But anyways, that's what's been going on. That was a mouthful, so without further ado, why don't we get into this overview of my custom P90. Alright, so hopefully that cleared up some of the confusion and questions on why I haven't been doing videos. But now on to the overview of my custom P90. I will have links of everything on the gun itself, in the description if you want to try and make your P90 look like this. I think it looks really nice. However, I will say some things that you have to keep in mind if you're a left-handed shooter. But anyways, to start off with the front, I have my X-Tech X3300 on here. You also get like a little display system. It's a chronograph tracer unit. I have videos on it, but I do not have the display system up here. This is strictly just for looks and cosmetic reasons or whatever. I just wanted a silencer on here, and I don't really use this too much, so I was like, well, why not put it on? So I think it looks really nice. I think it makes the gun look a lot better than that really long skinny outer barrel. And don't worry, I will have a link in the description for this, a link for the gun itself. The gun does not really look like this at all out of the box, so that's why I kind of wanted to customize it. So anyways, though, moving up though, this is my NC Star. It's just like a fixed red dot sight. It's nothing too special. It was like $20–30. I will have a link for that in the description as well. And the X-Tech X3300, this right here, again, you have the display system, which isn't on here, and then obviously the Mock suppressor, which is the tracer unit, and then the chronograph reader or whatever. That was like over $100, but you can use coupon codes to bring the price down. But yeah, so links for everything again in the description. Now, one thing that I really like, and this is what I was going to talk about with left-handed shooters, is the mag, the Echo 1 M4 mag conversion kit. If you are a lefty and you want to get this, don't. You will not be able to, because it blocks the left side of the gun. As you can see, the mag wheel here with the M4 mag, it just completely blocks it. So if you're a left-handed shooter, there's no way you'll be able to fire this gun without hurting your wrist or bending your wrist in a way where you'll probably just completely mess your wrist up. But yeah, but for righties, it's a really nice product. Some people say it just takes away the look from a normal, standard P90. I think it looks really nice. It makes a P90 look a little bit more unique. You get 1,500 rounds. Normal P90 mags, everyone says Airsoft P90 mags are terrible, especially the high caps, because the BBs kind of just roll around in the magazine. Mid caps, on the other hand, are pretty nice. However, you would have to have like 5, 6, 7 mid caps to even get near the amount of BBs you can get in this conversion kit. Because remember, you have like a whole bunch. You have like 350 rounds here in your magazine or whatever, and then it loads up into this whole box here as well, and it's 1,500 rounds, you guys. You're basically like an LMG with this, but you can literally one-hand it. It's honestly really nice. Here though, I just want to quickly say, some people are asking about the charging handle. completely just a dummy charging handle. It does not open anything whatsoever. And what's also really nice about this JG though, some of you might be saying I'm stupid or I'm crazy or I'm gonna break the gun, and yeah, I might. But it's really cheap with the 50% off discount code. But remember, I'll leave links to everything down below. I actually run 11.1 lipo with this gun in the stock over here. It's my Echo One 11.1 20C lipo battery. I think it's like a 2300 milliamp lipo battery, so it's a really nice battery. It's like $40, something like that, pretty expensive. But yeah, it shoots absolutely amazing. The trigger response isn't bad. Most P90s though, even the really high-end P90s, aren't that great with trigger response. What really, P90s are known for the higher end P90s is, the high cycle rates or whatever, the rate of fire. There's some P90s out there where the rate of fire is absolutely insane. I think Tokyo Marui makes like a high cycle AUG. I even think they make a P90. I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me on that. I know they make an AUG that just shoots crazy. The rate of fire is absolutely insane. But yeah, so some of you might be saying, dude, this gun isn't lipo ready. What are you doing? You're gonna burn out the gears. I've probably put close to 10,000 rounds because I've used this gun a lot in my backyard. I haven't used it in the game at all. But I've gone through tons and tons and tons of these box magazines or whatever you want to call it. And each one holds again 1,500 rounds. And even before I got this, I would shoot this gun a lot with just the standard P90 mags that I had. So I'd say close to 10,000 rounds off 11.1 lipo battery, and I don't hear any problems. You can't really check the gearbox all too much. Actually, you can actually scratch that completely. I don't know what I'm saying. It's really nice because in the back of the gun here, you can actually take off the butt plate and unscrew this little plastic or metal plate where the battery is stored, and you can literally just pull the gearbox out. And so I've actually inspected it a few times, and it doesn't look all that bad. So after 10,000 rounds, which is a lot of BBs going through your gun at a really high rate of fire and a lot of strain on the gears, the gearbox looked really good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really nice. But yeah, so anyways, you guys, this was basically just an overview. However, if you don't want to break your gun or have any chance of breaking your gun, don't run 11.1 lipo on a JG unless JG says it's lipo ready. All right, so don't go into your guns and that aren't too expensive or aren't too high end and run a 11.1 lipo battery because you want a high rate of fire, unless you know how to fix your gears. If you burn out your gearbox, or if you know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, you guys. Again, this gun was like $160, but off Airsplat with the 50% off discount code, it was like $70-something, so it's really cheap. But yeah, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this overview of my custom P90. I do apologize about the lack of videos. That's why I explained it. I needed to do an update, but I had to wait for things to calm down in my life. It was really hectic and just crazy the past week. So anyways, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smack that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button as well so you can be notified when I do upload new videos. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.